heals the sick.
Another key here is very important, is don't allow disappointment to take you out.
Right.
And it's a very real thing, disappointment. Because, this is a reality. You can get prayer, and if nothing happens, how do you feel? God, where are you? I've gotten prayer, nothing's happened. God, where are you? God, have you forgotten me? And so disappointment can come in our lives, especially if you keep praying, nothing's happening, or you're praying for loved ones, nothing's happening. And disappointment can be a barrier and a wall against you receiving from God.
Right.
I never forget, about 3 years ago, Jill and I were in this meeting, and a man came here with a broken neck. And he was classified as a walking paraplegic.
Wow.
And he struggled on calipers. He was semi-paralyzed with pain, and he was a morphine addict. And they put him on some other drugs too. But this guy was in a terrible state. Anyway, we're seeing all these miracles, and I noticed this guy struggling at the back, and he wasn't coming forward. I thought, what's wrong with that guy? I mean, God's doing great miracles. Why isn't he coming forward? So Julie went to see him and said, listen, he said, come to the front. He said, no, I'm all right, no. And the guy wouldn't come. And Julie said, come on, just come. And she, Julie's pretty good like that. She kind of manhandled the guy, and she helped get him to the front. And even then, he said, no, I'm all right. He wouldn't let me pray for him. Here he is, his neck was seized, calcified bones, and he could hardly move his arm, couldn't raise his arms. I said, mate, just let me pray for you. He said, okay. Well, the hand on his neck, the power of God touched him, he got healed instantly. His neck, we're talking about 30 years or something, his neck released, his shoulders released, the pain left instantly. I took his calipers, he walked up and down, he was deaf in one ear, his deaf ear opened. And that guy follows us actually. Each year he comes along again, Sydney. He comes and testifies. But one day I asked him, why was it Peter? What stopped you from coming to the front? He said, John, he said, I've been in churches for years, and people kept telling me that God was going to heal me, and nothing happened. And I became so disappointed. I had people prophesy over me. Tonight you're going to get healed. And when nothing happened, I felt so hurt. I felt that God had left me, that God wasn't going to heal me. And disappointment took him out. Today, don't let disappointment rob you. Another powerful key is forgiveness. It's amazing how many illnesses are connected to emotions. It's amazing. Forgiveness is a powerful key to be delivered in God. And I found this, just like faith, forgiveness is a choice. We've all been hurt by somebody, we've all been let down, or, horrible things happen to people, sexual abuse, financial rip-offs, abandonment, rejection. But Jesus hung on that cross, and despite the pain, the bleeding, and the dry saliva and blood in his torn body, he said, Father, forgive them. Forgiveness is a decision to find release in your life. In fact, Jesus said, if you don't forgive, you can't receive forgiveness. Forgiveness and healing go together. And so the act of not forgiving can actually affect you from receiving healing. It's amazing. Or affect you from continuing on in healing. And so today, make a decision. And it's not only to forgive others, but also to forgive yourself. Some people flagellate themselves, they punish themselves, they're trying to do, somehow they don't feel worthy, they're going to make themselves suffer. I tell you, Jesus took that on the cross for you. And some people are even, how can I word this? Some people need to forgive God. Now, you can't forgive God, obviously. But even some Christians can get offended at God when things go wrong. They mightn't speak it, but there's a little bit of, God didn't come through for me that time. A little bit of offence, God hasn't healed me. And a little bit of offence there. It's important to say, God, forgive me for any wrong attitude towards you. I love you, God. My Bible says in Romans 8:28 that all things were together for good for those that love Him and walk according to His purposes. Even in the worst case scenarios, I found God can bring around for good. It's amazing. Even this rainy day, God can bring it around for good. There's no bushfires in the Sunshine Coast. My plants are very happy, I'm telling you. And one last key is persistence. There's a great British Prime Minister, Winston Churchill. When Britain was facing the Blitzkrieg, when the Nazis were bombing London and Coventry, thousands and thousands were dying. Britain was ablaze by the Nazis' attack, and the people were so desperate. And Winston Churchill would go on the radio to encourage the people, always saying, listen, let's keep going, we can do it, we can beat, let's keep going. Amazing gift to encourage people. But you know, one day he was invited to his old school called Harrow's, and he said this outstanding speech. And today I want to share some of the speech with you. And this is what Churchill said. He said, never give in, never give in. Large or petty, big or small, never, 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 never give in. I want to tell you, Churchill understood what persistence was. Never, 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 never. It's not over till it's over. I don't care if you've been prayed for 100 times and you haven't been healed. Today is a new day. Today is a new day to receive a miracle. Awesome God. Awesome God. Today's your day for a miracle. I believe in miracles. And the power of the Lord is present.
Jesus sick.